Wow, wow, and thrice wow. Now, is the bow tie straight? I'm having a slight problem with a whoopsie bow tie. There we go. Now, darlings, listen. Welcome to this slightly odd basement that I've got going here. It's a sort of dungeon / boudoir, and I'm here to tell you that you've got just 10 minutes, OK, to queue for the loo, adjust your gusset and swallow something hot and milky, OK? We'll return very, very soon with Richard O'Brien. Let's do a physical, recalling Rocky's birth before most of us had even arrived on Earth. That rhymed. Thank you. See you in 10 minutes. Bye. Oh, hello there. Oh, you gorgeous, gorgeous cinema goers around the country and indeed throughout Europe. Guten Abend, Vienna. It's the only German I know, I'm sorry, that's as far as it goes. Now, I'm assuming that you've bought the overpriced chocolates, yeah? Pack of poppets? I said poppets, sir. Oh, unbelievable. Have you eaten a very large and overpriced flaccid hot dog? Yeah? Probably. Now, welcome to my posse. They're my new best friends. There they are, laughing at all the jollity and the japes. Sorry, I'm blocking you. Can you see them all? Lovely costumery. Woohoo! Now, what an atmosphere. Now, earlier, Adrian Edmondson, who back in the day actually was himself a very beautiful Brad, sat down with the creator of Rocky Horror, Richard O'Brien. Let's do the physical.
So, Richard O'Brien, how lovely to see you. We're here for the Rocky Horror Show, which is 50 million years old, I believe now.
43, as it happens,
43 years old.
Yes.
That is a very long time for something to exist and still be very popular.
It's a long time for anything to exist, you're quite right, especially something as juvenile as this, because it really is a work of juvenilia.
Yeah. Well, you were quite young when you started it,
7. Wrote it with a crayon.
No, but you weren't you, in your teenage years?
No, I wasn't actually. I was actually 31. But as somebody asked Tim Curry my age back in those days and said, "How old is Richard?" And he said, "He's 31, going on 13."
Yeah.
And he was right on the money, as it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. I was aware at the time of shows like The Outer Limits. You know, that sci-fi thing on TV, which is kind of 50s stuff. I mean, there's a lot of sci-fi references in the show, aren't there? I mean, did you pull it from that? Or?
Well, no. You at that time in the early 70s, television didn't run all night, and when it got to about 11 o'clock at night, the TV companies, BBC, ITV, no Channel 4, they used to put on all this, dross and rubbish because that was the only place they could put it. They couldn't show it early in the day because the people would complain. Yeah. But when it got to about 11 o'clock, they could unload these.
Everyone had gone to sleep.
The only people watching were insomniacs, drunks, and people like myself. And I used to love it. I adored all the clunky dialogue. I adored the fact that the actors didn't really want to be in B-movies and these dreadful films, but so they decided that they would show everybody that they were really serious actors, and they would become very serious and po-faced about their acting, but having to deliver this awkward dialogue, and it became funny as a result, and that's what I tried to deliver with Rocky Horror.
There's been a lot of sort of copycat type shows which have tried to do the same thing, and they never hit emotionally like Rocky Horror does. What do you think it is in Rocky that kind of pulls people and has held them for 43 years?
They've come from a different position. They've seen Rocky and they want to replicate. They want to copy. Even shows like Grease are pastiche, aren't they? Yeah. And Rocky was never pastiche. It was seriously itself. And it stole from the past unashamedly. From the backs of magazines, there was always adverts like Charles Atlas, like somebody getting sand kicked in his face. The B-movies, as I say, the pulp fiction, the true romance comics. Pop art was a big favourite of mine. Yeah. And somebody once said, that what we'd done with Rocky was actually put pop art on stage, which I always thought was a lovely thought. It is a celebration of adolescent America, isn't it? Really.
It does have some incredible songs in it. That's surely what keeps it alive more than anything else.
And the fact that they're not showbiz songs is another strength, I think. They're not. If you hear a new song from a Broadway show, you kind of know it's from a Broadway show. Yeah. Because
mainly because of the way people sing it as well.
Yes,
but no, you're right. There's something in the kind of
another Broadway song. It's just all that kind of stuff. And Rocky's not that. Rocky is juvenile, three chord rock and roll songs.
Yeah. How's it changed as a performer? You've been in it since the beginning. You haven't been in every production, but you're in this one.
I'm the narrator. I'm the gravitas. I'm the heavily embossed tooled leather cover to a comic.
Yes. But do you feel any difference? Do you think the show has a different reaction to when you first started?
This is the first time I've actually had to fence with the audience. But I'm old enough.
Well, because of the new kind of
the noise,
call and response
the noise,
stuff.
and yes, the heckling and the whatever that comes out.
Organised heckling.
Yes, but as you said many years ago, it's all very well for them to shout things out, but their timing's not very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely stuff there from Richard O'Brien. Let's do a physical. Now, as we said earlier, tonight's show is a special gala in association with Amnesty International, an organisation about which Richard feels passionate. So before we return to the show, here he is introducing a short film.
Now, Rocky Horror is a celebration of freedom. Don't dream it, be it. People are free to come and dress up as they will and express themselves. And I've been privileged to see the show all around the world. But there are countries who have far more totalitarian outlook on life and more restrictive views. And we need to be able to help the people within those countries be free to speak their mind and be themselves. And we're going to show you a movie in a moment, and the delightful animatronic from the Scissor Sisters is going to walk us through that. Thank you for watching.
I believe we should accept each other for who we are. My name is Animatronic. I was born and raised in Portland, Oregon. I come from a very eccentric and eclectic household. My mother is an icon painter. My father sadly passed away when I was 15, and he was gay. I was raised from a very early age to accept people and all their differences. I always liked the sort of darker side of things. I remember very clearly going to see Sleeping Beauty as a young child and being very sad that poor Maleficent died at the end because she was really cool. She turned into a dragon. I was always raised with the idea that I could be whoever I wanted to be. Said goodbye to college and moved to San Francisco. Kind of wanted to be a performance artist. Shortly thereafter, discovered a place called Tranny Shack, which happened every Tuesday at a gay club called The Stud. Nobody cared if you were gay, straight, male, female. Even though I was a woman, I became a drag queen at Tranny Shack. It was very much about expressing whoever you wanted to be, however you wanted to be. I started a club very much inspired by Tranny Shack with friends of mine, and we called it Knockoff. And that's where I met Jake, who I ended up joining Scissor Sisters with. The most rewarding thing of my journey is when people come up to me and say that just by me being who I am and by going out on stage and doing what I do, that I've helped them through a hard time, that I've helped them discover who they are, that I've inspired them to make music. And it is my dream of dreams to have everybody in the world be unafraid to be who they truly are and to be able to express themselves.
Great stuff. Now, with me now, I like to think of her as my new best showbiz friend. And amazingly, Emma Bunton, everybody, Emma Bunton is with us. Emma, we did not speak at all about our outfits.
We didn't, and
Look,
we
look at
came
this.
matching.
Although your outfit is a little bit shorter than
Oh,
mine,
it is a little
Bunters.
bit shorter. Yes, I've gone for the suspenders tonight.
You
Ooh.
look absolutely superb, my love.
You do, and I love the
badges.
tatties.
The badges.
The badges.
What did you call them? Tatties?
Tatty boobs.
It's quite
tatties.
It's quite releasing to get the badges out, isn't it?
It really is.
I don't do it often, do you?
Well, I was a little bit nervous because obviously going out to lots of cinemas, that these would
They're
look
all
huge.
there. Wave.
Yes, I know.
Cleethorpes,
Hello.
Southport.
Hello.
Woo!
Amazing.
Amazing. Berlin.
Wasn't it exciting? Oh, Berlin.
Berlin. You have time warped this evening.
I have time warped, and I can't tell you how thrilling it was, but very nerve-wracking. And I
Yeah.
came off stage, and Rich O'Brien was literally watching every step I made. And I think I did make one tiny mistake. No, but it wasn't.
No.
And I just loved every second of it, being part of such an iconic show. I mean, it's been incredible.
I'm all over the shop, to be honest. It's so.
We are. We're just having a
you guys? Southport? Are you all over the shop? Berlin. Guten Abend, Berlin. We've got Berlin and Gibraltar.
I know, isn't it incredible?
And Penrith.
I know.
And
They're
Stroud.
all there,
And London.
having a wonderful time.
Yeah, no, it's amazing.
It's been amazing tonight.
Have you been a fan of the show, Emma, for ages?
I have for a long time. So I saw the show many years ago, and I've seen the show recently with Ben Forrester, who I love, and he's in it tonight.
He's a pal, isn't he? He's a pal
he's
of
a
yours.
pal,
Yeah.
and he's great. And
Yeah.
so I've been a fan for years, and also my other half is here tonight, and he's a huge fan of the show.
Is he in Suspendees?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen him yet. He's in the audience, so we'll have to find out if he is.
Yes, we certainly will. And in terms of the spices,
Yes.
can we?
Spices.
We can, can't we? Can we talk about the spices?
Of course we can. Mel C's here tonight.
I saw Mel C.
I know, I love her coming and supporting.
It's so
and actually,
good.
during the whole show, I've had a text from Melby and Jerry.
Stop it, they're
saying
jealous.
good luck.
Oh.
I mean, just gorgeous.
But
so,
nothing from Victoria.
well, I haven't looked on
She's
my
busy.
emails, actually. She might have done.
Emma, enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you for having me.
Enjoy.
It's been wonderful.
Second part coming up. Here we go. Enjoy,
cheers.
everybody.
Oh, Brad. Oh, yes. Yes, my darling. Oh, what if...
It's all right, Janet. Everything's gonna be all right.
Oh, I hope so, my darling. I'm scared. But you?
I'm afraid so, Janet. Oh, but wasn't it nice?
Oh, you beast. You monster. What have you done with Brad?
Nothing. Why? Do you think I should?
Oh, you tricked me. I wouldn't have. I've never.
I know, but it wasn't all bad, was it? Not really even half bad. In fact, I think perhaps you found it quite pleasurable. Oh, so soft, so sensual.
Oh, no. Stop. I mean, help. Oh, Brad. Oh, Brad.
Shh. Brad is probably asleep by now. Do you want him to see you like this?
Like this? Like how? It's your fault. You're to blame. I was saving myself.
Well, I'm sure you're not spent yet. And it was an enjoyable experience, was it not? Ooh, you did like it, didn't you? There's no crime in giving yourself over to pleasure, is there? We could try for an action replay. Oh, Janet, you've wasted so much time already. Brad needn't know. I won't tell him.
Are you sure you won't tell him? Oh, yes!
There are those who say that life is an illusion, and that reality as we know it is merely a figment of our imaginations. If this is so, then Brad and Janet are quite safe. There are those, however, with a far more physical philosophy. Those who would stop at nothing to satisfy their base desires. It could be that Brad and Janet are amongst those who hold the devil's reins.
Oh, Brad. Oh, yes, my darling.
Oh, it's all right, Janet. Everything's gonna be all right.
Oh, I hope so, my darling.
You!
I'm afraid so, Brad. But wasn't it nice?
Why, you? What have you done with Janet?
Nothing. Why? Do you think I should?
You tricked me. I wouldn't have. I've never.
I know, but it wasn't all bad, was it? Not really even half bad. In fact, I think perhaps you found it quite pleasurable. So soft, so sensual.
Oh, no, stop! Oh, Janet! Janet! Stop!
Janet is... Janet, it... Janet, it... Janet is probably asleep by now. Do you want her to see you like this?
Like this? Like how? It's your fault. You're to blame. I thought it was the real thing.
Oh, come on, Brad. Admit it. It was enjoyable, wasn't it? You liked it, didn't you? There's no crime. There's no crime. Whoa. In giving yourself over to pleasure, is there? We could try for an action replay. Oh, Brad, you've wasted so much time already. Janet needn't know. I won't tell her.
Are you sure you won't tell her?
Master, the laboratory is empty. Rocky has vanished. The new playmate is loose and somewhere in the building.
Coming!
What's happening here? Where's Brad? Where's anybody? If only we hadn't made this journey. If only the car hadn't broken down. If only we were amongst friends. Or sane persons.
If and only 2 small words. Very good. Throw them out. Throw them out. Words that kept repeating themselves again and again in Janet's thoughts. But it was too late to go back now. It was as if she were riding a giant... I have tidal wave, but cock is better.
It would be folly to fight against it. Her only chance would be to ride it out, adapt, and perhaps survive. Thank you.
Oh, it's you. Look, I'm trying to hide from my creator and his minion. They scare me. I feel all is not well here. I've been thinking a lot about Eddie. I have a feeling of foreboding.
It's all like some terrible dream.
Is it true you don't like men with too many muscles?
Well, I'm engaged to Brad, just the same as Betty Monroe was to Ralph Hapshad. But Frank's kisses overwhelmed me with an ecstasy I'd never dreamed of before. Hot, burning kisses. I could see Brad's face before me, and my mind screamed no. But my lips were hungry.
Which ones?
Too hungry. I wanted to be loved and loved completely. My body throbbed excitedly. Oh, Brad. Brad, my darling, how could I have done this to you?
This room is a womb to me.
Yes. There, you see, it's instinctive. You returned here for one thing and one thing only.
Sex!
Security. Oh, where's Brad? What have they done with him?
Janet's feelings ran wild as she frantically manipulated the selector switch on the TV monitor. The screens threw up images of empty rooms and corridors. Finally, she stopped at Frank's bedroom.
Oh!
You can't rely on anyone.
Oh, Brad! How could you?
Tell us about it, Janet.
I was feeling done in, couldn't win. I'd only ever kissed before.
You mean she's a...
I thought there's no use getting into heavy petting. It only leads to trouble and seat wetting. Now all I want to know is how to go. I've tasted blood and I want more. I'll put up no resistance. I want to stay the distance. I've got an itch to scratch. I need assistance. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I wanna be daddy. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Then if anything grows when you pose, I'll oil you up and rub you down. And that's just one small fraction of the main attraction. You need a friendly hand, and I need action. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I wanna be daddy. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I wanna be daddy. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Oh, touch it, touch me. I wanna be daddy. Thrill me, chill me, fulfill me. Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Creature of the night. Creature of the night.
What? Mercy! How did it happen? I understood you were to be watching.
I was only away for a moment.
We'll see if you can find him on the monitor.
Very well. I've located him. In the females' quarters, master.
Oh, Rocky. Rocky! Rocky!
Janet. Janet! How could she? That's it. It's over.
Over? What was over? My career, yes. Yeah, actually, you're kind of right. It was pretty much dead in the water until I discovered. Thank you. It's got a lovely rise, actually. It's got a lovely rise and a great... Show us... Yes, my bottom is extremely soggy, sir. I'm so sorry.
Not the... That was such a bad mistake. Not the night. That was certain. Sorry about the front row. You're getting a lot of red velvet. Just spat. I'm sorry. Brad and Janet's engagement. Their love for one another. Who? Sorry.
Oh, it's a very rich icing that's going down the throat there. Very rich icing. Let's get back. Let's get back. Their love for one another? Who could say? For questions such as these are not to be answered by the academic. They must be left for the heart to solve. And Brad, you may be sure, had plenty of heart.
Once in a while, she don't wanna call you. Speaking on the telephone. And once in your life, she won't wanna know you. You look around, the one you found, she is gone. And that's all the time that it takes for a heart to turn to stone. The sweeter the wine, the harder to make the break. You hear something about someone you thought you'd known. So baby, don't cry like there's no tomorrow. After the night, there's a brand new day. And there'll be no pain and no more sorrow. So wash your face and phone my place. It'll be okay. And that's all the time that it takes for a heart to beat again. So give me a sign that a lover makes. You look around, the one you found is again, is back again.
How maudlin. How pathetic. Your baggage has dared to defile my beautiful creature. Oh, Rocky, how could you?
Master, we have a visitor.
Ooh.
Great Scott! Scotty! Dr. Everett Scott!
You know this earthling.
Good!
I mean person.
Well, yes, I do. He's an old friend of mine.
I see. So this wasn't simply a chance meeting after all. You came here with a purpose.
That's not true. My car broke down. I told you.
I know what you told me, Brad. But this Dr. Everett Scott, his name is not unknown to me.
Well, he was a science teacher at Denton High.
And now he works for your government, doesn't he, Brad? He's attached to the Bureau of the investigation of that which you call UFOs. That's right, isn't it, Brad?
Well, he might be. I don't know.
The intruders entered the building, master.
Ah, he's in the Zen room. Seal off all exits and all doors except for those that lead here. Riff-raff, bring Rocky and Janet. I think we should make this a social occasion. The 3 unexpected guests shall entertain us with a floor show, which I shall direct.
Dr. Scott!
Brad,
what are you doing here?
Don't play games, Dr. Scott. It was part of your plan, was it not? That Brad Majors and his female should check the layout for you? Unfortunately for you all, there is to be a change of plan. I'm sure you're adaptable, Dr. Scott. I know Brad is.
I can assure you that Brad's presence comes as a complete surprise to me, as does the setup you have here. I didn't expect it to be quite so
sophisticated, Dr. Scott? Or should I say Dr. Von Scott?
Cinema prove nothing!
What exactly are you implying?
That's all right, Brad. Ah, that exotic container you have there.
Oh, what do you think it is, Doc?
At this precise moment, it's hard to tell, but it seems to be made of a metal that is not of this earth. I would say it came from another planet.
Brad!
Janet!
Rocky!
Dr. Scott! Brad!
Janet!
Rocky!
Dr. Scott! Brad!
Janet!
Rocky!
Dr. Scott!
Rocky!
Piss off!
Listen, you. I made you, and I can break you just as easily. I'll pull your plug out.
I suppose you intend to do with us as you did with Eddie.
Eddie?
Shh. Eddie, I've seen him. He looked terrible.
What do you know of Eddie, Dr. Scott?
I happen to know a great deal about a lot of things. You see, Eddie happened to be my nephew.
Dr. Scott!
Yes, Brad. My sister's son. I knew he was in with a bad crowd, but it was worse than I imagined. Aliens!
Aliens? Tell him, Doc.
From the day he was born, he was trouble. He was the thorn in his mother's side. She tried in vain,
but he never caused her nothing but pain.
He left home the day she died. I died from the day she was gone. All he wanted was rock and roll, porn, and a motorbike. Shooting up junk!
He was a low-down, cheap little punk.
Taking everyone for a ride.
When Eddie said he didn't like his Teddy and you, he wasn't no good kid. But when he threatened your life with a switchblade knife,
what a guy!
Makes you cry.
And I did.
Everybody shoved him. I very nearly loved him. I said, hey, listen to me. Stay sane inside insanity. But he locked the door and threw away the key.
But he must have been drawn into something, making him warn me in a note which reads,
what's he say? What's he say?
I'm out of my head.
Hurry, or I may Say a prayer for Eddie. I just defrosted him. His destiny is in the bag.
Piss off!
I'll put him down the waste disposal.
Clever girl.
Why, you!
There, that should restrain you all.
My feet! I can't move my feet!
My wheels! My God, I can't move my wheels! It's as if we were glued to the spot!
You are. So quake with fear, you tiny fools. Okay, it's start time. Riff Raff, set the sonic transducer on program 8. Secure all levels at 0.
You won't find Earth people quite the easy mark you imagine. This sonic transducer. It is, I suppose, some type of audio vibratory physiomolecular transport device.
You'd better believe it, baby.
You mean he's gonna send us to another planet?
Planet Schmanet, Janet. I'll tell you once, I won't tell you twice. You'd better wise up, Janet Wise. Your apple pie don't taste too nice. You'd better wise up, Janet Wise. Ugh. I've laid the seed, it should be all you need. You're essential as a pencil, wound up like an Eon first string. When we made it, did you hear a bell ring? You got a block? Take my advice. You'd better wise up, Janet Wise. The transducer will seduce ya. It's something you'll get used to. A mental mind fuck can be nice. You better wise up, Janet Weiss. You better wise up, build your thighs up. You better wise up. Don't get hot and blustered. Use a bit of mustard. Magenta. Magenta! Relax. Columbia, the artistes are in a molecular state, somewhere between entrance and exit. When they have pulled themselves together, see to it that they are prepared for the floor show.
My God! I can't take any more of this. First, you ditch me for Eddie, and then you throw him off like an old overcoat for Rocky. You chew people up, and then you spit them out again. I loved you. Do you hear? I loved you. And what did I get? I'll tell you. A big, fat nothing! You're like a sponge. You take, and drain others of their affections. Well, I've had it. I'm out of here. And I mean, whoa. Do that again. Dig that. It's wicked. Oh, it's gas. It's gas. I'm groovy. Oh, I am hip man pow! Pow, pow, pow!
Oh, it's like a trip.
Oh, Marika! Baby!
Dig you later.
It's not easy having a good time. Even smiling makes my face ache. And my children turn on me. Rocky is behaving just as Eddie did. Maybe I made a mistake splitting the one brain between the two of them.
When do we return to Transylvania? I grow weary of this world.
Magenta. I am indeed grateful to both you and your brother Riffraff. You have both served me well. Loyalty such as yours must be rewarded. And you will discover that when the mood takes me, I can be quite generous.
I ask for nothing. Master.
And you shall receive it in abundance!
And so, by some extraordinary coincidence, fate, it seems, had decided that Brad and Janet should keep that appointment with their friend, Dr. Everett Scott. Gesundheit. But it was to be in a situation which none of them could possibly have foreseen. And just a few hours after announcing their engagement, Brad and Janet had both tasted... I'm sure it would rattle in your mouth, dear. Forbidden fruit. This in itself was proof that their host was a man of little morals and some persuasion. What further indignities were they to be subjected to? And what of the sonic transducer and the floor show that had been spoken of? What indeed? From what had gone before, it was clear that this was to be... I forgot my thermos. No picnic!
It was great when it all began. I was a regular Frankie fan, but it was over when he had the plan to start working on a muscle man. Now the only thing that gives me hope is my love of a certain
whatever happened to Fairy? Me sing, you listen. Whatever happened to Fairy, that delicate satin-draped frame, as it clung to her thigh, how I started to cry, 'cause I wanted to be dressed just the same. Give yourself over to absolute pleasure. Swim the warm waters of sins of the flesh. Erotic nightmares beyond any measure. And sensual daydreams to treasure forever. Can't you just see it? Whoa, whoa. Don't dream it, be it. Don't dream it. Don't dream it, be 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 it.
We've got to get out of this trap before this decadence saps our wills. I've got to be strong and try to hang on, or my mind may well snap, and my life will be lived for the thrill. It's beyond me, help me, mommy.
God bless Lily Stacy.
I'm a wild and an untamed thing. I'm a bee with a deadly sting. You get a hit and your mind goes ping. Your heart will thump and your blood will sing. So let the party and the sound rock on. We're gonna shake it till the life is gone, gone, gone. Roast in the world, keep me safe from a trouble and pain. We're a wild and an untamed thing. We're a bee with a deadly sting. You get a hit and your mind goes ping. Your heart will thump and your blood will sing. So let the party and the sound rock on. We're gonna shake it till the life is gone, gone, gone. Roast in the world, keep me safe from the trouble and pain. We're a wild and an untamed thing. We're a bee with a deadly sting. You get a hit and your mind goes ping. Your heart will thump and your blood will sing. So let the party and the sound rock on. We're gonna shake it till the life is gone. Roast in the world, keep me safe from the trouble and pain.
Bread and butter, it's all over. Your mission is a failure. Your life's a sewage train. I'm your new commander. You know I'm my prisoner. We return to Transylvania. Prepare the transit beam.
Wait! I can explain. On the day I went away was all I had to say. I want to come again and stay.
Oh, my.
Smile, and that will mean I'm made. 'Cause I've seen blue skies through the tears in my eyes, and I realize I'm going home.
I'm going home.
Everywhere, it's been the same.
Feeling
Like I'm outside in the rain. Free to try and find a game.
dealing.
Cards for sorrow, cards for pain. Oh, 'cause I've seen blue skies through the tears in my eyes, and I realize I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going
How sentimental.
And also presumptuous of you. You see, when I said we would return, I referred only to Magenta and myself. I'm sorry, however, if you found my words misleading. You see, you are to remain here. In spirit, anyway!
Good God, that's a laser!
Yes, Dr. Scott. A laser capable of emitting a beam of pure antimatter.
You mean you're gonna kill him? You saw what became of Eddie. Society must be protected!
Exactly, Dr. Scott. Now, Frankenfurter, your time has come. Say goodbye to all this, and hello to oblivion!
Do your worst. Do your worst, inferior one! No! No! Help me! Somebody! Help
I thought you liked them. They liked you.
They didn't like me. They never liked me! You saw the way things were, the way they were going.
You did right.
You should leave now, Dr. Scott, while it's still possible. We're about to beam the entire house back to the planet of transsexual and the galaxy of Transylvania. Go now. Our noble mission is almost complete, my most beautiful sister. And soon we shall return to the moon-drenched shores of our beloved planet.
Ah, sweet transsexual land of night, to sing and dance once more to your dark refrain.
Activate the transit crystal!
5,
done a lot. God knows I've tried to find the truth. I've even lied, but all I know is down inside I'm bleeding.
And superheroes come to feast, to taste the pleasure yet to see. And all I know is still the beast is feeding.
I'm crawling on the planet's face. Some insects call the human race. Lost in time and lost in space and meaning.
Science fiction, double feature. Frank has built and lost his creature. Darkness has conquered Brad and Janet. The servant's gone to a distant planet. At the late night double feature picture show, I wanna go. picture show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Richard O'Brien!
Ladies and gentlemen, David Modello! Shall we? Okay, everybody, let's do the time warp again!
Hit it!
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely. Not for very much longer. I've got to keep control. And remember, during that time warp, drinking those moments where the blackness hit me, and the void will be calling. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Just a jump to the left. With your hands on your hips.
How do you do? I see you've met my faithful handyman. He's a little brought down because when you knock, he thought you were the candy man. Mr. Freaky, don't get thrown out by the way I look. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover. I'm just a sweet transvestite. Sweet, sweet, sexual Transylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest narrators for the evening. Anthony Head, Emma Bunton, Adrian Edmondson, and the lovely Mel Gidroyd. Richard, shall we?
Oh, yes, why not?
One more
We're
time.
here anyway.
One more time.
Yes, go on in.
Hit it!
Just a jump to the left. With your hands on your hips. All over Europe and all over Great Britain. Good night to you all.